Good morning, Mr. Walber here, 5.3, writing proportions. As it says here, writing proportions, you have to compare apples to apples. As I do this example, this will make sense. This is an expression I use a lot. The example here says you bought 5 cookies for $3. How many would $9 buy you? Well, if I'm buying 5, and we'll put C for cookies, and it cost me $3, there is obviously my first half of my proportion. I'm going to set that equal to, what do I know? I know $9 here. Well, $9 has to match up with the $3 right here. So when I say apples to apples, I've got to make sure the $9 is on the bottom. Don't ever put it opposite of where it is. So apples to apples is $3 to $9. 5 cookies is to X number of cookies, or we can just say C, obviously, as well. So that is how I'd write a proportion there. 5 cookies on the top to $3. C cookies that we don't know to $9. Again, matching up apples to apples. All right, we did this last section, but a quick practice again at solving proportions. Excuse me. If you look, I'll write this bigger. 3 over 2 equals x over 8. Easiest way to look at this here is 2 times 4 gets me 8, so I'm going to do the same thing to the top. 3 times 4, x is going to equal, obviously, 12. So that would be my answer to solve that one. All right, let's take the last 2 slides here and look at an example problem. We're looking at a chef making a proportional recipe. Here is the original recipe right here, and the new recipe they're saying we need 6 cups of black beans, and how many tomatoes would we then have in the new recipe? Well, let's take a look at the original recipe here. We have 1.5 cups of black beans over 1 tomato. So we should probably identify this as black beans and this is tomatoes here. So I'm going to make that an equal proportion. They're telling me the new recipe is going to have 6 cups of black beans. Well, this is what I was talking about, apples to apples. I want to make sure that I'm matching up with these black beans right here. So I'm going to write the 6 cups of black beans on the top. I don't know tomatoes. Of course, the new tomatoes has to be in line with this over here. So we'll put T for tomatoes. Once I've done this, I easily can solve this like I just did on the last slide. I'm going to divide 6 divided by 1.4, and that is going to be, divide by 1.5, and that's going to be 4. So I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to go this way this time. Obviously, I'm going to do the opposite because I'm going the other way. I'm going to multiply by 4. So, excuse me, the answer obviously is 4 tomatoes for my answer there. All right, so that's how you write a proportion and then obviously be able to solve it. One more example problem for you here real quick on another solving of a proportion. 5 times 3 gets me 15. 8 times 3 would get me n equaling 24. Alright, you should have a decent idea on how to solve a proportion like this at this point. Here are 4 practice problems, I'd like you to try for tomorrow. You need to solve the first 3 proportions here, and then you have a little story problem that you need to write a proportion for and then solve as well. Hope you followed along, and we'll practice some more of these tomorrow. Have a great night.